All right, hello Divine Feminines, how are you? Let's see what's going on today. Ants and swans as I cut the deck. Well, it fell out, so we're going to keep it. Tomorrow I should have new decks up here. Eagle again. Earthworm and Stingray. Buffalo. Yeah. Sea Serpent on the bottom. Very spiritual card. Very interesting. I'm going to use this deck today. That's a very interesting card. The Ouroboros with the eye. See the hologram up top? Oh, and crow underneath that. I was like, what are they talking about with this other bird? There it is. It wasn't the vulture. I know that much. So, Two of Wands with the Page of Cups. Interesting. Oh, look. King of Pentacles. One of my very favorite cards. And now I feel like masculines may have gone through something that caused them to ascend. Yeah, the Indigo Child card. And then the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. A lot of the times, you know, things falling apart tell us more. I guess I'm going to do a double reading today. So let's see what we got. Wow, the Great Wheel. Six of Pentacles. Karma. Love this deck. It's so pretty. Five of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Starseed card. So we have two. There's the Crystal Lotus, and in that Karma card there's a Lotus in the sky. Five of Cups. And Ascension. Did I not just say that? Ace of Swords on the bottom. With the Eight of Swords in reverse underneath. They're breaking out of this mental prison that they've been in. So we have three very big cards here. Karma, which is like justice next to the scales and the wheel. All in the upright. We have Starseed with Ascension. So it doesn't get, it's kind of, you know, like the Star card, but doesn't get kind of more otherworldly than that. I see Death here, the Ten of Cups, Moon, reversed, Tower, reversed. Got the Nine of Pentacles reversed with the Knight of Cups reversed, and the Wheel here with the Page of Cups. Interesting. You guys are heavily marrying each other. Strength reversed, Four of Swords, Six of Wands, Moon, Death, Eight of Cups, reversed. So, with this Sea Serpent here, it's almost like things have come full circle. Oh my god, look, they're just showing me on the wheel. There's the Ouroboros too. Things have come full circle, but it's also like it can't, there's some things that can't be undone. There's a lot of circular imagery here. She's holding an orb. This is an orb. She's holding an orb. The Ace of Orbs. We've got a lot of kind of circular things here. Okay, you have, wow. I don't look in the final shuffle of this deck because I can see the cards, so I just want it to be pure. Oh, wow. So, Ace of Swords, mirrored, right? Star, mirrored. Moon, Hierophant, Knight of Wands, Magician. Oh my God. Two of Cups. Look at the lotus in the sky with the ace. Oh my God. King of Wands. King of Pentacles with the Eight of Cups reversed again. Bottom of the deck is Strength. Leo with King of Wands, King of Swords, Knight of Wands reversed, and Justice. Hold on your hats. This is a massive reading. I don't know. There's very profound changes coming through here. And then when I was looking at this card before I dealt the other cards, they were kind of pointing out this Two of Cups here on this Five of Cups. So the other cups are in the water. And then here we have the Two of Cups in the dark again. I feel like you both are very confused about what is going on. There's just like illumination of this knowledge, of this wisdom that's causing an ascension here. You know, we had the Swan card fall out, we had the Eagle card, and we had the Sea Serpent card. And those are cards of like very kind of eternal wisdom. Sunglasses, Chaser, Heartbroken, Dragonfly, Talking, Camera. Cupid's Arrow, Hammer, Golden Mirror, Hand of Cards, Separation, Seduction, Stabbed in the Back. I think, you know, I keep kind of getting different day, different feeling about what happened. It does feel like there's hope here. And the reason that there's hope here is because you've both become much wiser people. And not in knowledge, but in understanding. It's like understanding your emotions, understanding the way that things happen. I think there's not as much worry as there once was. And so they're kind of showing me, which I've never actually seen before, in the back of this King of Wands card is the snake wrapped around the tree. Can you see his head? The top? They're showing me that this is like the tree of knowledge here. And this kind of coming full circle is you understanding everything renews itself. Like, yes, it is the snake shedding its skin. Yes, it is the Ouroboros. Everything serves everything. Like, nothing is wasted. There's this, they're kind of telling me, like, these cards are overwhelmingly at night. I think all of them. All of them are at night, except this one. And you know, when we sleep, we renew everything. It's the time when everything falls away and everything comes back. And it's like the tide almost, you know. There's this overwhelming feeling I can't kind of get out of that's like, I know we are a part of each other. I know we are together, but I feel so alone without you. It's this really sad feeling. Ugh, now I'm getting like chills up both legs. It's like, I know I can make it without you. I know I'm okay and I can do it alone, but I don't want to. And it's that I don't want to. Is that the 6? Oh, we do. We have the 6 and the 9 of Pentacles. I swear to God, the 6 and the 9 won't stop. It's again like that Ouroboros, you know, it's again like that yin yang. It's again like that feeling of, man, this is getting really cheesy really fast, but it's like, you know, she has this infinity symbol over her head in the dark and in the light, right? And there's this real feeling of like, I've tried every way that I know how to escape this, and I cannot. And there's a feeling here of, I just need to hear your voice. I just need to hear you say, like the words you used to say to me, the way that you made me feel, the way you explain things. It's like, almost like, it's so strange, but it's like, see this hand on this phone, and I feel like they're showing me, there's a hand like reaching into a mouth, pulling out words, like a gift almost. It's very weird, I'm sorry. And it says like hand of cards here, but they can reconcile almost everything. They're coming to like the deepest part of the shell, and they can't really reconcile that what made them, the word that's coming up is betray you, but it could be other things. Break your heart. It's like you're going to have to reach forgiveness, and you're getting there. I mean, it's kind of crazy, this card, how many lotuses we have here, and how many, you really have to get to this from here. And there's kind of no real words for me to put that in. Like, this is your karma. This is the transmutation. This is the alchemy. This is it. And you can't fake it. It's like a lot of things in this world you can fake. That's what they're saying to me. The way things look, you can fake it. But when you have to know things, like frequency-wise, you can't fake it. And when you have to believe things emotionally, you can't fake it. And anyone who's tried to, like, if you've at all been a student of the journey, there's been times when you could manipulate things in the beginning and times you can't, and that's the way that it works. Oh, we had Solar Revolution fall on the floor with another card. Void of Course Man. Yeah, he's missing you. And these are two pretty interesting cards. Like, it's almost exactly the same card, but like on the different, it's the sun and the moon. It's really interesting, actually, how that beam of light is kind of going through both of them. And here we have this too, this eclipse. Ninth house, faith. Fifth house, creativity. Scorpio, I transform. Yaw, destiny. Pluto, transformation, 11. Water element, sensing. I do feel very, very strongly this is an emotional reading. Like, this is about emotions. It's water, it's night. This is about emotions. Black moon, Lilith, first house, body, Saturn, return, age, Capricorn, I use. I think in a lot of ways you felt used, maybe like physically. Cancer, I feel. Second house, owning. Moon, soul, Mercury, mind, South node, life, stats, Leo, I will. So there is a part of here of transmuting this karma. I really think it's not a good idea to get too wrapped up in that. But I think when you recognize the pattern, here's how I kind of see it. Your will center, your Leo, your solar plexus, is drawn naturally to what you want to do in life, right? Like, it feels aligned, it feels natural. I think looking at yourself in north nodes is a good idea, but when you have things happen, which right now they probably have been for a little while because we are transmuting this dense karma, it's mostly the masculine that's doing it. But when you have things happening in your life that are very weird and very strange, and it feels very out of your control, it probably has to do with past life karma or your South node, which is in Libra right now, and the debts that you had to settle in this lifetime, and the lessons that you needed to learn to transmute, some of the lower frequencies that you have. This is all like spiritual speak, right? But I think it's helpful to know, like, sometimes things happen and we really blame ourselves. And I'm not saying don't take responsibility, but there's, like, my ears being, drawing attention to my ear. And it's like, you kind of know by how things happen, like the frequency that when truth happens and when lies happen, it is in your intuition that it kind of vibrates differently because the truth is very light, right? It feels light, and the lie feels heavy. You are good enough. And so when something really dark happens, really heavy happens, that's a really big sign that you're going through something karmic, something that is very it's like it's unexplainable. That's how I keep coming back to it. But we do try to explain it because it hurts or it feels very painful most of the time. Because of this, you're making it mean something about you. Like, someone betrayed you, someone lied to you, someone hurt you, someone, whatever they did. And you're having to transmute this very dense energy. You're making it mean something about, are you, if you were better, right? This is the inner child's version of it, their explanation of what we hold on to before we're healed. If I was better or worth it, they wouldn't have done this to me. And there's really nothing wrong with having those thoughts. But see, it's time to release negativity. This double Scorpio here. I think because this is full moon in Virgo, and then we have full moon in Scorpio, right? The full moons happen opposite the signs. So these things could have happened in Pisces or Taurus season to you. But it also may take until then to kind of get them all the way. You know, we have the new moon in Virgo, which is coming up. Conclusions are within reach. Time to give rather than take. Spirit is asking you to, it's kind of like setting your precedent. I don't know why they're using that word. It's kind of a legal word, but it's like your generosity of spirit will be kind of echoed in your experience. Now, don't let your past hold you back. It's very scorpionic, South Node. I believe that the nodes are going backwards. So they'll go from Aries and Libra to Pisces and Virgo. Hold your vision. So this is about you committing to who you want to be. So, interesting. Your commitment's being tested. Fiery climax approaches. So right now the North Node is in Aries, and I believe that the next eclipses will happen in Aries and Libra. I'm not 100% sure. It might be Taurus, Scorpio. But this will be happening in the end of September, beginning of October. There's quite a portal, you know, occurring. I'm sure you're aware. Luck is on your side. I love seeing that card come out. You're very close to achieving your goal. And then a new romantic cycle begins. That's new moon in Libra. So those two will happen in the same kind of month. New moon in Pisces. Answers you need are coming. I think that's interesting. Full moon in Gemini. So that will happen in November. I think be bold and make the first move. A new start is coming. Expect powerful change. So we have an eclipse. Hard work's paying off. Does seem like you'll be rewarded for your commitment to your vision, and that you will create kind of what seems to be very important here is that you're forging a new reality. Like, they keep showing me a sphere around you, and you acknowledging your part that you played in creating what you've created. Because I feel there's something here that it's either guilt or it's shame or it's a lower frequency where you're blaming yourself and you're thinking, there's a lot of thought here around, if only I hadn't done that. But there's no escaping that, really, is what they're saying. There's no escaping that. That was a destined thing to happen. That was a fated event. Like, I see a lot of cards of destiny and fate here. That you were meant to have this experience, and kind of blaming yourself. And I think this is mirrored to the masculine. Because this is what's holding him back too. But so take it on him if it's all for him and you don't feel like it applies to you, but he's mirroring you. So there's something happening here where what they're getting at is to create this kind of new, I mean, they're saying heaven on earth, but for you to create your vision. It starts with you forgiving yourself. It starts with you making peace with what happened, forgiving whoever needs to be forgiven, and it's like, what are you saying? They're using a really strange analogy I've never heard. It's like, don't build a castle over a graveyard. The things that are kind of dead and gone, stop ruminating over them. And in fact, I guess it's kind of a cool saying in a way. I don't know if it is a saying, but it's like a lot of people build their identity and their structure of their life on things that happened a long time ago. It's like building a palace to pain, basically. I think that's what they're saying. But it's like, if you don't want that in your life, if you don't want those vibrations, those frequencies in your life, it's like, stop honoring them, stop talking about them, stop, like, make the peace that you need to make with them. And they're kind of bringing it back to the lotus. It's like, you know, they put a lot of emphasis on the sleep, and I think it's like the sleep is maybe in a weird way when we feel most alone, right? Maybe not, I don't know, but they're likening it to like every flower, every lotus grows through the mud alone. And, you know, it is in darkness, but it's also like every caterpillar goes through their metamorphosis in their cocoon alone. You're not going to do this with someone else, no matter what. It's always going to be inside of you that this transformation happens. You're going to release the negativity, and you're going to say, I deserve, you know, to have my castle, my experience, my life built, you know, on a hill or wherever, you know, it's a metaphor. Like, not in darkness, not over pain. I'm not going to keep telling this story. And I think that's one of the very hardest things to do, is to stop telling our painful stories. And of course, we're all looking for understanding about why we are where we are. And we all have a right to feel what we feel. So, not gaslighting. But it's only within our control if what we build upon. Because there's as many good things as has happened in our lives as bad things. And there's probably way, way, way more good things, right? But we focus. And they're showing me the sunglasses, like, we are so focused on the negative stuff that happened, which is just a tiny portion that we may feel. We got cheated out of love, we got cheated out of money, we got cheated out of something good, whatever it is. They're like, oh, yep, you're on it now, here it is. That we literally stopped our transformation. We literally stopped moving forward just to sit and ruminate in this pain. And they're like, if you want to leave this pain behind now, extract the lessons, extract the wisdom, extract your strength because you became stronger from this. Ascend out of this, make peace, forgive, and understand that every human is having to reconcile their own choices that they made for themselves, between them and their spirit, and them and whatever you believe. And that's their journey. And if you take that into your heart and you look at runner in reverse, if you take that into your heart and you make it mean something about you, then it means something about you. Is that all? So no, they say when you make it mean something about you, it colors your entire world with that belief. And I think some of you may be saying, well, why? I get that a lot of you are on manifesting journeys and you're understanding more and more how to manifest and how to create your reality. And I think a lot of you think the more you're trying, the worse it's getting. And they're giving an explanation for it's not necessarily worse. It is reflecting a belief that you're holding that a certain amount of tradition in it. There's a certain amount of what you're carrying down from your lineage is what they're saying this Hierophant is. And it may be the truth. You may be speaking the truth according to you. But do you want that truth to remain the truth of your experience? If so, keep talking about it, keep thinking about it, keep feeling very strongly about it. Keep making it mean a lot of things about who you are, because this is what you're seeing in the masculine right now. The masculine's not taking action, not moving forward, not ascending, because they're kind of built a palace over their pain and they're just sitting in it alone, okay? Now, they may not be alone, but they feel very alone. Just the same way they're talking about you may not be alone, but you feel alone in a lot of ways. And it's bringing it back to the beginning again, where I picked this deck up and it said communication. They're feeling what you feel. And if you want this to change, you're going to have to change it inside of you. This is a really strong reading. I was very drawn to do a reading, but I'm thinking, they're saying you're going to have, this is very graphic and I don't want to trigger anyone, but it's they're saying strength. Now is the time if you want to have a new chapter. It's kind of going to take everything you have to dig a grave, process what you need to process, put it in that grave, bury it, and be done with it. Things are coming to an end. Self-worth awaken, shadow, free spirit, let go. Walk your truth. Sacred journey. Move forward. Balance. Be still. Bottom of the deck is integrity, unconditional love, be fearless, and emotions shine. Yeah, it's time to be fearless with yourself and how honoring your sacred journey here. And of course, the Ouroboros, the snake's been with us this whole time. And in a strange way, this kind of looks like the seed, the earth, and then the flowers. And you're kind of, it's just time to kind of come out of that darkness and put it to sleep, like put it to rest, lay it to rest. I feel from this reading, you've done what you needed to do. Feel the process, like free yourself from this darkness and this burden and this shadow. And like, we should always integrate our shadow. It's never bypassing it. It's the most important work that there is to understand our shadow. That we all always hold all of the emotions within us, including shame, which is the lowest. And that doesn't make you a good or a bad person. Doing wrong things is learning on this journey, right? And again, all these cards are at night. There's an emphasis here on doing work while you sleep, during work with meditation, doing work in stillness, doing work in silence. There's an emphasis here on walking and practicing mindfulness. But if you need to do some self-worth work, you know, these are both very illuminated third eyes, that you may be naturally drawn to certain forms of energy medicine right now. Energy could be yoga, could be sound, could be Reiki, could be lots of different things. This seems to be the way that you need to proceed. Could be therapy, could be somatic movement. They're just giving me things. A lot of emphasis on third eye stuff here. So the masculine really wants to hear your voice, really wants to, it's like, be in this frequency vibration that feels so very comforting, and in a way it's just like home. Soulmating, variance, divine feminine, yes. Enlightenment, yes. Color, nourish, soul tree, let your light shine. Vesica Pisces, and expansion. So this is a very important card for the twins, right? That third element that is created between them. Visualize. Authentic truth, divine animals, and then divine masculine. So you're just, you know, shining your light here for him. Yours is the golden heart, his is the blue flame. And there is such a mystery around you for him. I know that kind of sounds weird to say, but it's like there's such a mysterious element to you. We have 3 lotuses here. I think that's an important symbol. you just feel so drawn to your like essence. And we sense essences, right? Like a bee to a flower senses an essence by our senses. And why are we drawing to this deck? It's like everything that we interact with in our 3D world is taken in through our senses, and everything we interact with in our spiritual world is taken in with our other senses, our extra sensory perception. And the dead end, the storm, the box, the forest, all dark and night, the eternal child. Some really beautiful cards there. Village. Look at, see, like buried. Almost the Ouroboros again with the mountain. There's been, and then the mother with the pearl and the Ouroboros again on the bottom. You know, I really, really strongly feel that everything's coming full circle, that you're going to understand a lot of why you went through what you went through, and a lot of it's going to make so much sense to you as you kind of awaken to your, like, to have the star and the moon next to each other. It's like, that's, I mean, all we need is the high priestess here, but it's like your cosmic self, right? The moon is Pisces in tarot, and the star is Aquarius, and both of those astrological signs are not of this world. They really belong here. Summer, look at the tree with the apple. Ash, Chiron, separation, the red and white rose. Oof, look at the snake. That's crazy. The drowned king. That's crazy too. Against nature. Copper. Silver. Resin. Bottom of the deck is rotation. Wise salt and the golden rose and the blue temple and sun's splendor. You know, the sun will rise again here on what feels like a very, very dark night of the soul. The sun will rise again and everything will be good.